Johnson's Grocery. May I help you?
Hello. Do you have pumpkin pie spice?
Pumpkin pie spice?
Yes. My husband has a gassy problem.
He does? Okay, go on.
And every night he stinks up the bed.
Well, that's different.
I was reading in Women's Home Journal, and it said if you sprinkle pumpkin pie spice in the bed each night, it makes the room smell wonderful.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes.
Darn it, Mildred, maybe you need to ask for some hearing aids, because it's you that's farting in the bed.
What?
My goodness.
Hello, everyone. Hope you've had a good night and good morning. Have you ever, being a YouTuber, this is probably wrong, but have you ever just decided that you're not really content being around people, that you don't really, well, you can't say that you hate people, but you just don't really like people, that you'd rather just not be around them because of some of the things that they do? I had some old cameras, like little action cameras and old cameras that I really wasn't using anymore, and I know sometimes people motor vlog around here and they put those cameras on their motorcycles and they ride around everywhere with them, but I wasn't using them, so I decided to put them on Marketplace and sell them. And you know, I did this before, and it seemed like the people that, I wouldn't say not very bright, but I would just say they different, come out of the woodwork, and it would be straightforward more or less if you had a camera that you wanted to sell, and you write down the description about it and take pictures of it and say, hey, this is a camera, I don't use it anymore, it'd be good for somebody, I'm not asking much for it. And then you get people message you and they ask you 100 different questions, and which you try to answer, and you get aggravated because you put in the description things, and it's like they bypass the description of what you put in there. Like, you know, is there any problems with it? No, there's no problems with it. It plays good. I just don't use it anymore because I got a new camera. So, but it would be good for somebody else to put on their motorcycle and vlog with or something. And so there's not really any problems with it. And then they say, is there a discount? And I say, well, not really, because I've got it listed real cheap, not asking a lot of money for it. And they kind of act like they get offended, some of them, because you won't give them a discount on it, or they'll come up and offer you, you know, if you have it. Well, I have it, mine listed, I had a couple of them listed for 1,000 pesos, and which is, 1,000 would be, what, $20, maybe? What is it? No, let's see. Yeah, 1,000 pesos, maybe $20. Well, anyways, I put it on there for that price, and then I tell them no, and then they say, will you take, 300 pesos for it? And I say, no, I've got it listed as 1,000 because I put it rock bottom price. And then they say stuff like, even in the description I put my address and kind of the town that I live in, and I say I live here, and don't, if you're in some other country or you're, in some other state a long ways away, don't there's no use of messaging me because I don't deliver. Well, anyways, and then I get people of, please, can you give me a discount because I've got to drive from Cebu, which is, I don't know how many hundreds of miles away. The thing about it is, I get aggravated with people about why can't I give them a discount because they have to drive a long ways, or not drive, they have to get transportation that far, which, you kind of, now I know some people maybe want something, and I understand that, and there's a lot of things I see on Facebook Marketplace that I want. Cameras and things like that I look at and I want, and I say, oh, look at that. But they're not, I know it's unreasonably to get it because, if I'm here and living here and I'm willing to go 10 miles to get something, and I see something that's, 200 or 300 miles away, I know that I'd not be able to get it, so there's no use in me, I may want it, but I'll be like, yeah, there's no use in me trying to message them or get it. I'll just have to wait and find something that's closer. But the whole point about the thing is, I get people from other states, that would be considered other states, I guess, here in the Philippines, and they want to complain because I won't give them a discount because they're in another state, or why can't I ship it to them, or why can't I meet them halfway? I'm down in Davao City, which is South Philippines, can I meet them halfway? And I'm like, no, I live here, come here and I'll meet you at the mall or a store or something like that, is fine, but I'm not going to go that far just because they want something that or why can't I ship it to them? Do you offer free shipping? And I'm like, no. If you're interested in something that I've got marked down real cheap, show up. Say, hey, I'm over here at the Star Mall. Can you meet me at the Star Mall? And I'll get a ride over there to the Star Mall to deal with you. Don't ask me to ship free shipping and ship something down there to south of the Philippines, or can you make 17 payments of 100 pesos a month for something? And it's just the point of it is grown people, not kids. I can say kids again. It's grown people. Now, I'm complaining about this all the time, and I complain about the people here that if I'm outside vlogging or outside with my camera and I'm holding my camera up and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I got it facing to me, and I say, how you doing this day and everything, and I get people stopping their motorcycles in front of me and revving it up and laughing, and I'm looking at them and they're, in their 30s or 40s and laughing or they get over there and walk in front of me and stop, and I'm not even, the camera's facing me, and they stop and they say, hey, are you a YouTube vlogger? And I say, yes, I am. I'm doing a video right now. Well, you're not filming me, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm not filming. Don't film me, you better not, What is it with people? I try to go out more. I do. I try to take my camera and go out and show everybody the street and the roads and things like that, what goes on around here. I just, honestly, I'm kind of scared to now because I might have mentioned this in a video before about me having my phone, and it's not an iPhone, it's just a regular phone, having the phone out and filming on it, and hey, blah, 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 and everything. And kids that are, 19, 20 years old, I think them two that day was, in their teens, and the traffic's coming this way, and you're walking there filming, and you got your eyes, you got your eyes this way and that way. Well, I heard a motorcycle coming back this way. The traffic's going the other way, but I heard that motorcycle coming this way, and I just happened to see a glare in my phone, and this boy in the back of the motorcycle reached over there, and he tried his best to grab that phone out of my hand, and I tried to grab his hand, but they took off on the motorcycle. And it aggravated me to the point of, hey, I'm out here kind of in front of my place to where I live, been living here for years, and it's like, and I say, hey, these people, and they're, the excuse is, oh, they're poor and they've got a hard time, it's a hard time here, and, so you're going to steal a cheap Android phone from somebody and not think anything about it. So it gets me aggravated, not wanting to go out there. And I think it was probably 2 weeks now, maybe more. I had a camera. I didn't have my good camera. I had my other camera. Sometimes I vlog, and sometimes I sit down over there at the waiting shed and I film with a sort of like a body camera that I've got on a little stick thing, and I sit down with it and just talk and show the traffic and everything, and I had it down by my legs sitting on the step with me, and people come up there, walk by screaming and yelling and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, it's heathens, I guess heathenism or something, I don't know. And well, anyways, I had my camera down there, had my phone on my side, kind of down there sitting down, and I'm just sitting there talking like I normally do, and I saw some kid from the road, which was probably about 25, 30 feet away, something like that, the road. And I saw him take off. He couldn't have been 15. Saw him take off running in my direction, just running. And I grabbed my phone, because my camera, because I pretty well knew what he was up to. And I grabbed my camera and sat it over here on my side, and he stopped where he was at, turned around, walked off. So it gets me aggravated of not wanting to go out and film, because I'm not in a high crime area, but there's a lot of crime seems like goes on in this area. It's supposed to be a good town and a good city, and I've been here for years, but it's just gotten to where it's, you turn on the news and you hear about somebody, foreigners and people from here, riding their motorcycle going to get groceries at a store or something, and somebody riding up on a motorcycle and shooting them in the head and taking their motorcycle and digging through their pockets, and you think, that's a waste of a life right there, that people can do that to another human being. But apparently it goes on. It's been going on, and I'm not saying that this is a third world country, and I'm not saying because this stuff happens all over the whole world. This happens in the United States too. It's just that it's gotten worse that I've been here. Over the years, it's gotten worse, and the people have got to where I call them all heathens. I call every one of them buttholes, because when you have a 14-year-old kid doing something and you can say, hey, a little 14-year-old heathen, he just needs to get a life. But when you got a 35, 40, 50-year-old guy, jump out in front of you and stuff like that and do that stuff, that's heathenism. That's people that they're not right. So it's gotten me aggravated with people, this Facebook marketplace, when you try to do somebody a favor and you try to sell something and put it cheap. I mean, I could put it there for free and I could say, hey, free camera, come pick up, and I would have them want me to pay them to come get it. It's just that point of aggravation that I don't feel like dealing with. I said it today. I said, after all this stuff, they've given me the guilt trip of I have to come from south of the Philippines up here to get something that you got. Can't you give it to me for 100 pesos? You're a foreigner. Why can't you just give it to me and go buy, just different things that's got me aggravated to where I don't want to be around people now. That's bad to say. Being a vlogger and being a YouTuber and being a content creator and stuff, I'm supposed to, hi everybody, I'm so and so. I'm, hey, it's SoBerry. So, I'm supposed to be friendly and supposed to be nice, and I am nice. I do wave and I do say hi to people, but inside I just don't feel like fooling with people at times. So, is it wrong for me to feel that way? How many of you people out there feel kind of the same way? I mean, I know some of you post stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and so you know how it can be. It can be aggravating sometimes, but if you do somebody a favor, and sometimes you feel like, why should I do somebody a favor if I've got a camera on here that's, why don't I put it on there and ask 250,000 pesos for it, The thing is, I just get aggravated because you try to do something for somebody else, because you do see people that need, and you see people that want something, and even a wanter, like somebody that's begging on the street, and you say, I'm going to give that person some money, and they rob you and take all your money and kick you in the face while they're doing it. It's like unappreciative stuff that people do. So, should I be cold-hearted like everybody else and just not do for people, or should I just, as I used to say, roll in different circles? Should I just not try to more or less give something away? Should I not try to sell stuff? Should I just hoard it back and hang on to it? And if I see somebody out there, and they're having a hard time and stuff, just say, hey, how you doing? Just sucks to be you, don't it? Because I've been there myself. But I've never been the type of person who takes advantage of somebody else. If I was homeless or I was needing something and somebody offered it to me, I'd kind of, my pride would get in the way and I'd kind of say no. But there's times that I've took stuff and I've said, I was really appreciative of it. Here's $5, go get yourself something to eat or some coffee or something, I never did think in my mind never did think of, hey, he's got $25, $30 in his wallet. Let's go rob him. I've never thought that way in my life. And to see other people that's struggling and that has a hard time, to see them doing the advantage thing, it bothers me. You hear that dinging in the background, all that dinging, that's still people on Marketplace contacting me, wanting me to give something for nothing, and they're probably not even around here. I do respond to people, and I kind of be nice, they say, oh, can you send me a video of the camera that you're asking 20 pesos for? Can you send me a 2-hour detailed video? And so I try to be nice, and I do, when somebody asks me something, I try to be nice about it. But I don't want to be fooled with people anymore. I kind of get aggravated, and maybe that's some kind of mental problem starting. I don't know, I've been told by a psychiatrist before that, that's aggression withdrawal or some garbage symptoms or something like that. Yeah, obsessed with the potato. But, well, let me know in the comments what you think. It's been 20 minutes, I think I've been on here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you get aggravated with people? Do you feel like that you just don't want to be fooled with people, or don't want to, and I know you probably live in a better neighborhood than I do, but apparently I can't go outside, or, what would you do if somebody come over there trying to steal something of yours? You try to be nice, but, anyways, if you thinking about it, hope you are thinking about it. There's a like button down there. I think there's thumbs up and thumbs down, something like that, down there, and click that thumbs up button. I think it turns black when you click on it, and I think on this side somewhere is a little subscribe button. If you consider and you're not subscribed to me, click that subscribe button. Sometimes I leave notifications there on one side here, but tell your friends about me, share it with them, and also comments. I do read comments. So, anyways, God bless everybody, and have a good night and a good day. Take care.